How do? Welcome back to Backroads Country. So I've got my first trailer full of bales. I'll show you this bale storage. When you select them to unload, they unload in this area here, which is nice. So it means you can pick them up with the telehandler or the front loader, or if you like me using the auto load, you can just back it up. So where is the best place to sell our bales? Animal Dealer is the only place, which is right down next to Grey Mill where we were last episode. We got 400 grand just over sat in the bank from all of our wheat sales yesterday, which is lovely. Unfortunately, I've only got one trailer capable of carrying bales. We have got 32 on here, so it's going to take us 3 trips down to Animal Dealer to get these salt. And then we need to have a look at grabbing a conveyor belt, get that silage loaded up. It's going to take us a lot of trips over that silage, 450,000 litres. We can only take 60 in the lorry trailer at a time, so I may lease a second trailer, probably not a lorry one because we'll have to pay for the lorry as well unless we can get one cheap. We'll have a look after we've sold all our straw, but anyway, we'll get this down to the animal dealer, see what we get for this first load. Yeah, there we go. 58 grand plus, yeah, so what's that? Just over 59 grand a load. Not too shabby at all. I've got 2 more loads. So I'll head back to farm, load up, bring it back at the next one to sell. Right, last load of straw. Come on. Come on, there we go. Nice, okay, so let's just have a quick look. See how much we've made from those bales. Where are we? Sold bales. £176,591, which is mad to think it's just a byproduct of the wheat. Lovely, 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 lovely. Right, okay, I'm going to set this on an AI worker, driving back to farm. We're going to have a look at trailer options. Compare prices and capacity between a standard trailer and a lorry and a trailer. Let's just set this up. So we are setting destination. Thinking about it. Come on, Mr. Worker, get going. And he's off. Right. So, how much would that be on a lease? We don't need all of the optional extras. So it would be 2,295. And the trailer, that's 59. Definitely the biggest one. 2,295. So it's going to be about 8,000 there or thereabouts for just short of 60k. And the tractor trailer would be 56, would be that one, which is near enough. It's only 3,000 litres less. So there's about 3 grand difference. Oh, It's not really going to make much difference, is it? That's 56, so 3,000 litres for 3,000. Yeah, let's just go with lorry, I think. Then we've got two of the same trucking down the road together. Where's my optionals coming from? There we go. So we'll lease that. And then we will grab the same trailer on a lease. Nice, okay, let's go pick that up. And then we need to have a look. In fact, we'll do that now. Conveyor belts. Conveyor belts. There we go, belt systems. Used to load your storage bin or a trailer. Doesn't take silage, so that takes silage. Transports from one belt to the next. Or a trailer, no silage. So that does trailers, and it does silage. So I think that's going to be the one. 38k. How much is it on a lease? 2k. I suppose the thing is we are going to be doing silage 3 times a year, aren't we, for cows? So yeah, let's just buy that outright, I think. It's going to come in. We are going to use it, like say, 3 times a year. Do I need... Yeah, it does hook up to a tractor. Right. I need to bring a tractor down here to grab that. We'll get this back to farm. And we'll bring a tractor down. Take that back to farm. We have got the skid steer with the bucket to open up the silage pit. For some reason you can't open the full pit without a bucket, which is fine, we've got that there at the farm. So we'll get this back, we'll come back, we'll grab the conveyor belt and we can start loading up our silage then. Right, we need to grab some fuel before we do anything else. We'll drop this conveyor off. Grab a bit of fuel. Do a fuel usage on high because I think it's more realistic. Big vehicles are going to drink through the diesel. Right, whilst that's filling, let's get over, get this silage tank open. Yeah. I'm sure. Open. Is that all we can do without the skid steer? Alright, let's jump into skid steer then. Just turn that engine off. Grab the bucket. First time we've used this. I imagine it's going to get stuck in the silage. I've only ever used these on Silverrun Forest to get rid of stones. Never loaded pallets with them, never used the bucket or anything, so it's all new to me. Pretty keen on the steering though, aren't they? I always find them pretty comical how small they are. Oh, it's not doing too bad getting over here. Famous last words. Wait. What? We're going? We're going? We're going? No. Pretty stuck. So that one done, that one. Oh, come on, man. Hey dear, I don't know what we would do without super strength. Well, that's fully open anyway. Whoa. Right. Craziness. That bucket looks huge on such a small skid steer. Oh, we'll get this back to shed. Oh, we've got a spreader there, but it won't do lime. So we're still going to need a lime spreader. Right. Okay. So unfold with X. Then we got to so slow these. We need to make sure we don't get the chaff. Really? Can't even drive over a little bit of chaff. Honestly, these silage pits are a pain in the arse. Right, so okay, that extends. Is that it? Let's pull a wagon up and see if it just automatically starts. I don't like turning these wagons. Come on, son. You can do it. I know you're on ploughed ground, but still. If we just manoeuvre... No? Whoa, steady. Alright, so that's good to go. Been a while since I've used these. I don't really know then how we get it going. Let me have a play. Okay, I've been messing around for a little bit and I can't figure it out, so I turned to Google, as we always do. Turns out I need another conveyor belt. There's one, a lizard one apparently, that we have to use to go from the silage pit into the conveyor belt we've got. That one. So we shall buy that. And we shall quickly go... I keep pressing the wrong buttons. We'll go grab it from the store. And hopefully then we should be able to start loading our silage up. Right, hopefully now we can get it going. I've never loaded silage like this before, so you'll have to forgive me, it's all new to me. Get this Arctic Road. I'm thinking it just connects up to that one. Of course we're stuck, why would we not be? Hopefully now we can get this going. Bit of a mess about that, I'm not gonna lie. Right, so that's to there, that's to there. So should just be a case of turning it on. No? Unfold probably would be the best option here. Turn on. Why is it not working? Does this one need to be turned on? Right, so that's on and it's unfolded. This is on and it's unfolded, so why is it not working? Don't understand. I don't know. Should be working. So the other option I've got is I do have a mod which is this belt but auto load. I might have to try that because I don't understand. Unless it needs to be. No, I don't know. Okay, 2 minutes, I'm going to get the auto load one. Right, I don't know what I was doing wrong. No idea. Couldn't work it out. So we'll just have to get these salt. I think we're going to lose a little bit of money on them, but it is what it is. And then we should have the auto load option in the store now. Yeah, there it is. So what's the difference between that and that? Don't know, but we'll go with the bigger one. Don't know. Alright, let's get it bought. Right, fingers crossed now, this will work. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be not very happy. Right, let's get us back to the farm. Right. Come on now, third time's a charm. This has got to work. So we need to unfold, lift it up, extend it out a bit. Fingers crossed. So it should just be a case of turning on. There we go. Beautiful. Finally. Right, where is the best place? I'm guessing it's going to be the animal dealer. Yeah, animal dealer. Although next month is better. Is there anything we need to do this month? I don't think there is there? I think I need to have a look in the store. In the sale. Because there were some things that I noticed. Let me just get my list. I made a list when I was editing. Right, so I've got planter. Yeah, so the planter we wanted to use is in the store. So we're going to need that. Don't think it needs any changes. Nice bit of kit, so we'll buy that. Planter done. Bosh. What else have we got on here? Sprayer, apparently. Sprayer. Ooh. That's the sprayer I'm thinking about, I think. Have a quick look. There's that one as well. That's 30 to 40 metres. How big's the drivable one? 36 metres. That's 188 grand. As opposed to 32 grand. I don't know what that is. PTX Trimble. Oh, is that like the See and Spray, innit? So with the See and Spray and the Photometer, it's 96k. I would need that. Yes, that's 238 grand. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Photometer, See and Spray. Pulse width modulation would be useful, but 24 grand. Yeah, go on then. We won't bother with the pulse width modulation. So we'll buy that. Lovely. And then I've put harvester and header. Well, these are the harvesters. Where's the header? So they're Swaffer headers. Oh, the Macdon Flex Draper. 15.2 metres. Is that the biggest that we can get on the game? $15.2 it is. Oh, we're having some luck in this sale today. So we definitely want that. Transport wheels, yes. Lovely. And then harvesters. I've never used this. What's the difference? So that is... Oh, it's only 1,000. Oh no, that's better. 12,500 litres on the smallest. That's 16,000. Do we need it at 647 horsepower? 450? With that, with 17.5. Yeah. I wonder if we just go... So the base one is 451. We could just go in the middle, horsepower wise. I don't think we need it at 650. With the extension on would put us at 265, which we can't afford. So I think we take a small loan out, buy that, and then we can just pay it back next month when the silage goes. because we can't miss up that opportunity. So 538 horsepower, 17,000 litres in the tank. And I've never used this harvester, so that's a nice purchase for me. Beautiful. Right, okay. Really nice purchases there. Let's just get these engines off. Pass through to January. Ooh, we're going to incur some fees on this rental, aren't we? Should be alright though, I don't think it's going to be loads. It'll be the day fee. Which is how much? Yeah, yeah, okay. I think it's worth it for the increase in price. Normally I wouldn't be bothered, but because we've got nearly 500,000 litres, I think we need to maximise the money wherever we can. Yeah, so 4,500, which is fine. Right, so we need to get these lorries down to Animal Deal and start getting the silage salt off. It's going to take us a few trips, this. Come on, you can do it. Right, okay, I will see you down at the animal dealer. Unbelievably, the price of silage is floored overnight. No idea why. But it's just completely dropped. I'm not waiting another month, can't incur the costs, so it is what it is. Hmm, 52,700 a trailer. Ooh. Okay. He has met the traffic. Don't know why he's turned that way, but we'll get this up and loaded as well. That's a fair old line of traffic, is that? Right, let's go get these loaded up again. Right, last load of silage going in. Finally, we are done selling all of our harvest produce. That was a lot of effort to transport it all the way down here. I was thinking, possibly, we could buy a field sort of halfway between the farm and the sell point. Maybe here. Or there, and put a sell all station on it. It'll be the same price as what the sell point offers. It just, for the amount of trips we've done with the wheat, the bales and the silage, it's taken us nearly 2 hours just to cart the produce. So yeah, it's a lot. Well, let's get these returned and let's see what we've made off the harvest as a whole. Where are we? So bales, 176k. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, 447, so 450, let's say. 850, 860, 880, 980. We've made over £1 million in our first year off our first harvest. That is quite an achievement. It just goes to show the size of the fields we're working with. £1 million over £1 million. Crazy, crazy. What we need to do now is I'll just get this out of here, then I'm going to sell it back on a worker to drive back to farm. We need to have a look at... I need a lime spreader. And then I think the only thing we're going to need... I did say a roller. I would like a roller just for the size of the fields we're working with. And I wouldn't say no to a tractor, I'm not going to lie. But it depends how much money we've got left. What is that? Forage harvester header. Anything in the sale for us? So that tractor is an option. No, that's not enough horsepower. Certainly not enough horsepower. Oh, that's a loader anyway. Ooh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? That would take up nearly all of our money, though. Okay. So I think first things first, we need a lime spreader. And I've got plenty of mods for that. What's that doing? 42 meters. I don't like the fact that there's only the Bredel. That's your only option. It just doesn't seem fair when you've got so many options on fert spreaders. So we'll go with that one. We'll put it as an XXL capacity, because it will chew through lime. Rollers. I'm not doing that mod. It's a lot of money. 115 grand. And we'd need one of that size really. We'd add 5% onto our yield. Which I suppose, if it was the wheat, 250,000, 5% of that's about another 12.5k. Another 12,500 litres, which is not much really. I mean, it is obviously, but if you think of prices, if it was the wheat for example, how much extra cash would that have given us? About 18, 19k. Not to be sniffed at certainly, but I think, I mean, the other option of course is to buy another field. We need to buy that because we need that for grass, so we're just going to buy that. And we will buy the soil samples for it. So then I suppose field wise, I like the look of that, but that would take all of his cash. 46 acres. Yeah, that's the biggest field on the map. We could look at something like that, but the yield potential is pretty low, as is that one. About that. I think let's have a look at tractors and then we can make a decision. We've got the class in the store. So that's a beast of a tractor. 585 horsepower. That would do us for the rest of this playthrough, definitely. We wouldn't need anything bigger than that. I suppose the only other one we're looking at would be the case. We would need the 3-point attacher. So it'll be 376. We can't afford it anyway. I think because we're going to need seed, we're going to need fur, we're going to need lime. It comes with that as standard. We would probably need a front weight on. 287. I suppose the thing is, what would we actually use that for though? Because the planter only takes 300 horsepower. We don't need to cultivate. So I just don't think we need something that big. I don't really think we need to be above 300 horsepower, if I'm being honest. Because we've already got the biggest planter in the game. Just I suppose it depends how much a 300 horsepower tractor is going to cost us. I suppose the cheapest one really is the Massey, but I mean that's 240 by itself. To get the Voltra, which is the cheapest option in large, it's 260. And how much for the class on sale? 280. Oh yeah, I think we just go with that then. For the sake of an extra 20 grand. Bought it. Done. Bosh. We need to pay that loan back. So that leaves us 60 grand all said and done, which is not enough for a field, which is fine because we're going to have 18, 19, 20s are going to be soybeans, which we plant in March, I believe. April. We're going to get another cut of silage of this one, which we can sell. So maybe then, after we've done another cut of silage, we'll look to buy another field. I think that's probably going to be his best bet. We've still got all the hire purchase stuff out. Let's just take a look at that actually. So we've got the 3 items, so 5.5 grand a month. Could play that off. Could pay that off I suppose, but we don't want to leave ourselves with no money. So let's just have a look at the new gear we've bought this episode. Nice. Planter, sprayer, biggest header in the game, a nice big harvester, fert spreader and a massive tractor. We are set up nicely after that first harvest. That's going to do it for this one guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button, subscribe if you want to help me out. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.